does he lose the debate, he embarrasses himself. He demonstrates exactly why he doesn't have the temperament or intelligence to run a Dairy Queen store, never mind the country, because after the debate he won on Tuesday night, Truth Social stock is in free fall. Look, Trump's media stock plunges after debate. His stock price sank faster than his pompadour in his steam room because he's finally going to be allowed to unload his shares in Truth Social next Friday. Of course, if he does that, it would immediately tank the stock and screw all the people who invested in it. So, of course, he will definitely be doing that.
Did you feel that? No, not the earthquake. The seismic shift in political comedy. Jimmy Kimmel just dropped a truth bomb on Trump's debate delusions, and the aftershocks are still rolling in. Want to know how our late night hero took on the Orange Menace? Stick around, because this is gonna be a wild ride. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Remember when Trump bragged about his big, beautiful business brain? Well, folks, it looks like that brain might be more vanilla than we thought. What recent troubles has our would-be ice cream mogul gotten himself into this time? The answer might leave you with brain freeze. So here's the scoop. Our pal Jimmy Kimmel's been dishing out some cold, hard truth about Trump's business skills.
The Tan Andreas fault, our former president Donald Trump, is cracking under pressure. His tectonic plates are moving a lot lately. Members of Trump's inner circle think another debate would be a bad idea. They say his performance was so disappointing, he doesn't know whether to call it Eric or Don Jr. at this point. People are just starting to give me credit for having a great debate. The voters and voter polls showed it, but the fake news media wasn't giving the credit that was due.
And let me tell you, it's not pretty. Kimmel's got us wondering if the Donald could even handle running a Dairy Queen, let alone the whole dang country. Now, picture this. Trump behind the counter trying to figure out how to work the soft serve machine. It's rigged. The ice cream's rigged. He'd probably yell. Meanwhile, the line's getting longer, and the only thing melting faster than the ice cream is Trump's ego. But here's where it gets really juicy. Kimmel's hinting at some recent business troubles for our favorite orange-tinted tycoon. He's keeping the details under wraps for now, but you can bet your bottom dollar it's gonna be good. It's like waiting for that perfect moment when the soft serve swirls just right. The anticipation is killing me. Now, let's talk about Trump's supposed business genius for a sec. This is the guy who thinks he's got the Midas touch, but everything he touches seems to turn into a big ol' mess instead. Remember Trump Steaks, Trump University, Trump Airlines? It's like he's got the reverse Midas touch, the saddest touch, if you will. But here's the kicker.
When a prize fighter loses a fight, the first words out of his mouth are, "I want a rematch." Polls clearly show that I won the debate against Comrade Kamala Harris.
Anytime, anywhere, anyplace.
Somehow he went from anytime, anywhere, any place to there will be no third debate. I guess when you eat as many buckets of chicken as Donald Trump does, debate we all clearly saw him lose. Why not just, I mean, if you're going to do that, why not just say, I did debate her a second time, and guess what? I won even more bigly than the last time.
Kimmel's got us thinking about Trump's temperament and intelligence. And let me tell you, it's not exactly presidential material we're dealing with here. Heck, it's not even assistant manager at Dairy Queen material. Imagine Trump trying to handle a rush of hangry customers. On a hot summer day, he'd probably start a Twitter war with the ice cream machine and declare bankruptcy before the first cone was even served. We're gonna make Sundays great again, he'd promise, while everything around him turns into a sticky, melted mess. And let's not forget about his famous temper. One wrong order and he'd be firing employees left and right. You're fired. You're fired. Everybody's fired. The turnover rate would be higher than the calorie count in a large blizzard. But wait, there's more. Kimmel's teasing us with some news about Trump's latest business ventures.
Join me live on Twitter Spaces at 8 p.m. this September 16th for the launch of World Liberty Financial. We're embracing the future with crypto and leaving the slow and outdated big banks behind.
But I have to say, I would give any amount of money to see Donald Trump go on television and explain what he thinks crypto is.
He's not spilling all the beans just yet, but from what he's hinting at, it sounds like Trump's financial empire might be on shakier ground than a poorly constructed ice cream cone. Well, folks, it looks like Trump's financial empire is crumbling faster than a sandcastle at high tide. What if I told you his media company just lost enough money to buy a small country? Buckle up, because this financial roller coaster is about to make your head spin. Remember when Grumpy Trumpy used to brag about his business skills? Well, it turns out his Midas touch is more like a minus touch these days. His media company has pulled off a magic trick that would make David Copperfield jealous. They've managed to make a whopping $4 billion disappear since May. Poof, gone, just like that. Now, you might be thinking, surely the Donald has a brilliant plan to turn the ship around, right? Well, hold on to your MAGA hats, because his grand strategy is about as solid as a chocolate teapot. Our favorite orange turd is getting ready to dump his Truth Social shares faster than he dumps his McDonald's wrappers. Jimmy Kimmel, bless his heart, couldn't resist taking a jab at this financial fiasco. He quipped that Trump will probably sell his shares the second he's allowed to. It's like watching a captain jump ship before it even leaves the harbor. So much for standing by your product, eh, Donnie? But wait, there's more, because apparently one failing business venture just isn't enough for our wannabe business mogul. Trump's got a shiny new project up his sleeve. World Liberty Financial. Sounds fancy, doesn't it? It's got world in the name, so you know it's legit. Here's the kicker though. This new venture is diving headfirst into the world of cryptocurrency. Yes, you heard that right. Trump, the guy who probably thinks Bitcoin is something you put on a wound, is now a crypto expert. I'd pay good money to hear him explain what cryptocurrency actually is. It'd probably be as coherent as his explanation of nuclear power. You know, the one about nuclear words. Kimmel never wanted to miss a golden opportunity for a punchline, suggested it would be hilarious to watch Trump try to explain crypto. Can you imagine? It'd probably go something like this. Crypto, it's huge, it's digital, it's on computers. Nobody knows computers better than me. It's like regular money, but better because it's Trump money. It's gonna be huge. But here's the real question. If Trump can't keep a simple social media platform afloat, what makes him think he can navigate the complex world of cryptocurrency? It's like watching a toddler try to drive a Formula One car. Sure, it might be entertaining for a minute, but you know it's gonna end in tears, and probably a lot of broken parts. So there you have it, folks. Trump's media empire is sinking faster than the Titanic. He's ready to abandon ship on Truth Social, and now he's diving into the crypto pool without knowing how to swim. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion, except the car is made of gold-plated plastic and the driver is wearing a bad toupee. Just when you thought Trump couldn't sink any lower, he's now spreading rumors that would make even the National Enquirer blush. What happens when the former president's wild imagination meets vulnerable communities? The consequences are both absurd and terrifying. Grumpy Trumpy's been at it again, folks, and this time he's really outdone himself. Our favorite orange menace has been busy spreading some truly wacky tales about Haitian immigrants, and let me tell you, these stories are about as believable as Trump's claim that he invented the question mark. So what's the latest nonsense from the Trump rumor mill? Hold on to your hats, because this one's a doozy. Trump and his followers have been pushing the idea that Haitian immigrants are, wait for it, eating pets. Yes, you heard that right. Apparently in Trump's world, immigrants aren't just coming for our jobs anymore. They're coming for our poodles too. Now, you might be thinking, surely no one's buying this, right? Well, you'd be surprised. This tall tale has spread faster than a fire at a marshmallow factory. It's gotten so bad that local authorities had to step in and say, no folks, the Haitians aren't having Fido for dinner. Jimmy Kimmel, bless his heart, couldn't resist taking a jab at this ridiculous situation. He quipped, proof of these claims is non-existent, which as you know is Trump's favorite kind of proof. Ouch! Looks like Kimmel's serving up some spicy truth nuggets along with the laughs. But here's where things take a turn from silly to scary. These wild rumors aren't just giving people a chuckle, they're causing real harm. Some folks have gotten so worked up about this imaginary pet-eating epidemic that they've started making bomb threats against Haitian families. Talk about an overreaction. It's like threatening to nuke your neighbor because you think they stole your garden gnome. The situation's gotten so bad that Haitian families have had to pull their kids out of school. Can you imagine? Sorry, Timmy, you can't go to school today because the former president thinks we're eating Fluffy. It's like a bad joke, except no one's laughing. Kimmel, ever the voice of reason in this sea of madness, pointed out the absurdity of it all. He marveled at the fact that a dog warden in Ohio had to make a public statement denying these claims. Can you imagine this woman putting out press releases saying Haitians are not eating poodles? He asked. It's like we're living in some bizarre alternate reality where officials have to deny that the sky is made of cotton candy. But here's the real kicker, folks. While we're all busy laughing or crying about these ridiculous rumors, real people are suffering. Haitian families are living in fear, kids are missing school, and communities are being torn apart. All because some people can't tell the difference between fact and fiction. It's a stark reminder of the power of words, especially when they come from someone like Trump. He might think he's just spouting off nonsense for attention, but his words have real consequences. It's like he's playing with matches in a room full of gasoline and doesn't understand why everyone's so upset.